Hello, welcome to another episode of 10 with Tom, except this time again, lucky you, it's 10 with Jess. This is where we explore faith 10 minutes at a time, and today we're going to be talking about being as wise as a serpent and as innocent as a dove. So on Sundays, we are in a series called Proverbalife, a daily dose of wisdom. And so I thought that today we would look at a moment where Jesus speaks about wisdom. And in Matthew 10, verse 16, he says to his followers, "Behold, I send you out as sheep in the midst of wolves." So Jesus sends us out, innocent and vulnerable, into like a pack of wolves. I know sometimes I feel like that about life. And this is what he says: so be wise. Be wise as serpents and innocent as doves. So what is Jesus talking about here? Well, I read a daily devotion from the Center of Action and Contemplation. Great daily devotion if you're looking for one. And this is about how we need to be both wise and innocent. We need to have experience and be able to interpret and understand our environment, but also have a sense of purity and vision and innocence around what God is able to do. Now, what happens if we don't have both of those things? If we don't have wisdom and innocence, if we are not like serpents and doves? Well, some of us fall into cynicism and despair. And we only see the negative, or we're only looking out for danger. Others of us might be living in denial and oblivion and being taken advantage of. And so there's this beautiful opportunity to blend both. So this is what I want to share with you. It is so beautiful. So first of all, this writer, his name is Peter Gomes. He was a preacher, and he says this: you need both innocence and experience, both the serpent and the dove, if you have any chance of making it as a Christian in this world. Why? Because innocence without experience becomes a state of illusion, and experience without vision deteriorates into despair. And before we go on, I wonder which one maybe you struggle with. Do you feel like you are in despair? Or do you feel like maybe you're in denial? I probably tend towards despair. I get overwhelmed by how the world is. I think Tom kind of leans into the denial. He's an optimist, and sometimes he doesn't see like what is bad that's going on, and I don't see what's good that's going on. But how lovely is this? When Jesus speaks of the wisdom of the serpent, he is not giving us an invitation to cynicism. He wants us to always know what is going on. Of all the creatures, the serpent is the one that is most aware of its environment, most sensitive to its surroundings, most in touch with his circumstances, for his whole body is a live wire of sensation. We are meant to be aware, eyes open, heads up, mind on full throttle, not easily fooled, or we will be tricked. But then we have, on the other hand, as innocent as a dove. And this is not about being naive or deceived. Why? Because the dove is a symbol of the Spirit of God. And where the dove is, the Spirit of God is. Peace, serenity, reconciliation. If we think about Noah sending out the dove to know if the world was going to be okay, is it safe to head back out there? He sent the dove. When Jesus was baptized, God's Spirit descended like a dove. And the Holy Spirit is like the present tense of God, the here and now of God. And often in Christian art, the Holy Spirit's represented by a dove. In other words, Jesus is saying to us that in order to survive in this world, we need to know what is going on and not be overwhelmed by it. We need to be able to live in a flow between wisdom and innocence, faith and experience. And this is where we find the Christian life comes alive. We can navigate any circumstances if we have the wisdom of the serpent and the innocence of the dove. So Maybe you know that what you need is to be wiser. You need to be aware, you need to open your eyes, you need to face reality. Or maybe you know that you need a touch of hope. You need the Spirit of God to bring to you a sense of vision and what is possible again, to look out into the world and see the olive branch that the dove brings back, to see that there is life after the storm. So let us know, which one are you? Which one do you need? And I pray that as you go out, you will be, like Jesus said, as wise as a serpent and as innocent as a dove. This is 10 minutes of exploring faith. And this episode, can I start again? Yeah. Thanks, that was so bad. I don't even know what that was. Oh my word. Okay.